first item that would be modifications, changes to agendas. Does anybody have any modifications? I have one slight one, and that Article 7, which is adjournment, will now become executive session, and number 8 will be adjourned. Any other modifications? Public comment, we do have Mr. Pierre Letourneau with us this evening. I imagine he's just here to find out what things are happening. Welcome aboard this evening. Next would be the approval of minutes of June the 13th. Motion to accept?
I made the motion that we accept them.
Second?
No second.
Are there any errors or omissions in the minutes of meeting? I'm not hearing any. All those in signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed or nay? Next would be Article number 4, Hydro Renovation Project Contract Review Approval.
So in front of you guys is the questions that the Eli from our legal authority, legal attorney law, had some questions to Jonathan about some questions. And first thing, there is a bond, there's a performance bond and a payment bond for this. So that's what one of his questions were. The second question was the $500 a day liquidated damages, that was enough for if they go over their contract. That's when I went through all the BEPA to find out what we actually, our daily revenue for that hydro. I really don't have a really good number that I can really tell you. They're saying we do about $150,000 a year on that unit, but we did 235,000. I said kW per hour for the month of May. But I still haven't got I talked to John yesterday, and he said, well, maybe we should raise it to 800 or 1,000. I talked to Paul Beck from HL Turner. He said, well, the first time I ran him was $1,200 because there was a number that was shot out years ago when the hydro was down for almost a whole year, and the revenues lost were close to 400,000. But that was just like a conversation between the lineman and myself back, I don't know if it was 5 years ago or 8 years ago, whatever it was. So I guess it's up to you guys if you feel $500 a day is sufficient for liquidated damages, or if you want to raise it to 800 or 1,000. And if that does, we'll have to go back to HL Turner and have them go back and see if Kingsbury will accept it. Because right now they've already accepted the contract as it is. Paul thought maybe they would accept 800 or 1,000, but he knew they wouldn't accept $1,200 a day. He asked me where I got my $1,200 figure, and I told him it was. I don't know where he got this $500 a day. Damages. He said that's just something he said. He had an email that said that usually they carry $500 days on most of their projects. To me, depending on what the size of the project is, usually, let's say Vermont, if you go under Section 100, it's scaled depending on what size the project is. Like for a project from $1.5 million to $3 million is $1,900 a day, based on the state standards specifications of 2011. So I guess it's to you guys what you think we should carry for liquidated damages. We can go with 500 and say okay, or we can say no, we want to go higher. It will delay our contract, like you said, 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. That's your decision.
Delay it 2 weeks, you said?
We delay the contract I think 2 weeks.
If they go higher?
Well, if they will
change it.
It would change it, yes.
But in our own opinion, $500, that's kind of low, isn't it not?
Yeah, if you read TJ Poor's this tax page, this is what he says, that we have a low of $70 a day and a high of $450, which if we're only making $70 a day in the summer, it's not even covering our lights and our guys to go check on the hydro day. I mean, I don't know where he gets the numbers from. I can't believe we're only generating $70 a day on a hydro.
And he said that they wouldn't accept 1,200?
He wouldn't think they'd accept $1,200 a day for their damages.
Because that's too high.
Right.
But there's a possibility of flexibility there between them.
Yeah, 800,000. They make me go for 800,000. That's something we have to ask him. It's up to you guys what you feel. I mean, if they don't go over the thing, it's not a big deal. And there's always, if they do have problems with any equipment or, lead times, they can always ask for an extension of the contract, ahead of time, which has been done, in different projects.
And under normal conditions, there'd be a request for a bond put up.
Well, you have a bond, you have a
We have a
bond,
bond.
you have a payment bond and a performance bond right now. So if they say they couldn't finish it, the bonding company would finish it up for it, they'd hire somebody to finish it up for it.
What is your recommendation? I know based on the information you're limited to yourself.
Again, I'm not learned in the hydro. If it was a road job or a sewer job, I could tell you yes or no, but
Yeah.
I really can't give you an opinion.
I see. But you do need an opinion from us.
Yes.
Well, I don't know what the board's intentions are, but
I don't know if you want to delay this project any longer than you have to. I guess that's my question too. For an extra $300, I mean, is it really worth it to delay the project any longer than it is?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. What everybody else.
For an extra $500 a day. And
it'd be an extra couple hundred, really, that's all.
right. If you go to 1,000, you're not $500 a day.
We're guaranteed 5.
Yeah, I guarantee 5. And then they may not go over it. They'll go over it. It's a moot point.
Well, they could quite conceivably, even if we do ask for an increase up to 700, they don't necessarily have to accept it because they have a binding contract, do they not?
I believe so. They were accepted that. I mean, they've already accepted the conditions of the contract right now.
Now, that's for generation.
Yes. That's for if they go over in the we've lost of
Isn't
our.
completed by the contract.
Right.
And that would cover only generation.
The bonds cover it, will cover everything else. The bonds cover everything else. So if they don't finish up or if they.
Does it really matter if it's 500? If it did, we're
Well,
talking.
we're set right now and it's at 500.
Yeah.
The question is, do we want to exceed that or propose that we go increase it? And if so, what are the results? The results are basically
But
a
if it
delay
just
in the
pays for
contract. number
generation,
one.
if we're 2 weeks over, it's going to pay $500 a day for 2 weeks, or for a month over, I mean, I don't know if it's worth the extra hassle.
Yeah, I mean, the way this project's been going, let's get it going and
Yeah.
let's get it
Keep it
going.
rolling.
Yeah.
Basically. Well, we can entertain a motion to that effect if you like, that we remain at our request of $500 be as indicated in the contract.
I'll make the motion and we remain at 500.
Okay. We do have a motion to the effect that we will keep it at $500 as originally planned in the contract. We have a second.
Second that.
Second.
I'd like to also to tell the board that our other Kendall hydrant going down a week ago.
Yeah, let us finish off this motion here first.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we now have motion first and second and so forth. Any other questions on that one? Or all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion is passed.
So again, what Kendall went down last week, we don't know what's wrong with it yet. It's gonna, we pulled it out of the hole. We've contacted, company out of Norcan out of Ontario. We're gonna have it removed probably July 10th, take it to Ontario to have it taken apart to see what's the problem with it. It blew some fuses about a week and a half ago. And we pulled it out. There's some fins that are broken. We don't know if there's some seals that are leaking. So we do have in our insurance policy a breakdown clause, which is a $25,000 deductible. So once they tear it down, the insurance company and Just will go out there and look at it, and hopefully they will cover all the $25,000 of it. Because there's some sheared pins and some seals leaking, so we don't know if some bearings are gone or what's happened to it. So right now, we do have the village still up. We put the village back up, the village turbines up, so we're still generating power, but it will be both down once they start working on the project. So we'll be doing zero generation until we can go back up. I don't know how long that's going to take.
No one knows at this time until such times they
Yeah, we
get
don't
in
know
there.
what's wrong with it yet until they tear it apart. So I've had a busy week in hydro this week.
Can you send this down here for signatures? This is the Kingsbury contract. That was
okay.
a copy of which in the packet.
Is up in Ontario, is that the only place they can fix it?
That's really the closest place they fix
It's
it.
the closest.
They also have some ties, there is the exact same flight turbine in New York and one in Canada that they pulled out and no longer use it, so that may be possibly a parts for it. So they're looking, we contacted H.L. Turner's looking into it too, for looking for parts. Trying to think where in Canada it was. There's one in Canada, one is somewhere right close here in New York. They have pulled the turbines out. So there's two possibilities of two units that we can either, take parts off or buy parts off.
So the parts are available.
Yeah.
And how old is that unit?
I couldn't really tell you. I don't know how old that unit is.
It's been 7 years, is it 70 years ago they worked on that?
Yeah, they rebuilt it, I think 5 or 6 years ago. They went through it. I think the number that they threw at me, the alignment was about $90,000. They went through it, new blades and all that kind of stuff.
So hopefully that's just bearings.
Yeah, bearings and seals, hopefully the gearbox is not gone. The number that was thrown out from Narcan for a gearbox is about $150,000.
Is there anything else on that hydro renovation
No, nothing that they can.
project?
No.
If not, as we're going passing around the paperwork here, we can move on to the next item, and that is the hydro renovation project bonding. What have we got to say about that?
I included in your packet a memo,
Okay,
reached out to the 4 local banks and Vermont Municipal Bond Bank. Again, TD Bank said no thank you. Community Bank said no thank you. Community Bank NA said no thank you, the old Merchants Bank. The people who are willing to bid on it are the People's Trust Company and Community National Bank, each at 1.5% fixed for 12 months. And it's a construction loan, basically, for the period of time that they're going to be doing the work. And then after that, we'll go to bond. The bond will be for $2 million. And that will be probably with the bond bank because they had the best rate. We looked at a 25-year loan because that was the life expectancy of the equipment. People's Trust gave us 4.15% fixed. Community National was at 4% fixed. The bond bank, the interest starts at 1.685%. Their highest amount at the end of the bond is only 3.584. So it makes a lot of sense. We can't start with them initially because they only opened for bond acceptance twice a year. We missed the June time, so now we have to wait for December. So I think our best bet is to go ahead and either use the People's or the Community National to start with, and then go to the Vermont Municipal Bond Bank in December and start working on the bond.
that's your recommendation. You've heard what she had to say with regards to the bond bank and so forth. In the meantime, their lowest amount would be, well, basically they're almost pretty well neck and neck really, but would be the community bank, is that correct?
Community and People's are both at 1.5% fixed.
What's the board's wishes? One way or the other, we have to approve some kind of deal and make the money. The recommendation from our, it's indicated that we should go with the community bank right now temporarily, until such times the bond bank opens up again for
Which
requests.
bank?
Huh?
Go with which
The
bank?
community.
Community or
bank.
People's, yeah, either one. Either Community National Bank or People's, either one. We've
Yeah,
used
make a
People's for the
decision.
last couple of times, and they've been great to work with. But then Community National Bank has all of our day-to-day financing, so I don't know that one's any different than the
So if
other.
they're both the same, we've already got everything.
Both rates, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter to me, I guess.
But we won't need a motion to the effect, however, we're going to decide to go with.
I think we go with the Community National,
Yeah,
I feel.
okay. You putting that motion forward then?
I'm just stating my opinion.
Okay.
You made the motion.
Okay, I make the motion, we go with Community
Well,
National.
I'm asking, yeah,
Okay,
okay.
we have a seconder.
I'll second it, and then December we'll try to get into the
The bond.
Vermont Municipal.
So we have a motion that's been put forward, second, duly second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion has been carried. Community Bank is the end. Boy, we're going right through here.
Mhm.
Next item is other business. Do we have anything under other business?
I don't, anybody else?
No, no.
Gary?
If not, then, well, enter a motion to
Joanne?
go into executive session.
You have something, Pierre, that you want to bring up?
I will.
But we're going to be
Well,
going
we're
into
going into
executive session,
executive
so if you're covered, if you have
Executive session.
something covered, then it should be under other business here.
It'll be in executive session.
Huh?
It will be under executive session.
Can't be.
Yes, I don't understand this.
That can't be done, can it? That's
I
only,
don't know.
that's
Yeah.
only for the board.
Right.
Executive session is just for the trustees or selectmen in your case or whatever.
But it deals with personnel.
But it wasn't warned.
Would have to be warned as such, I would think.
But it's just a conversation.
We can't get into names, can't get into anything, really, on the situation. Unless there's something on file indicating a request for it with specific information as to the reason for it. Can't do it any other way. Our executive session that we go into really has to do related to our executive session right now, which is still confidential nature. So, other than the board itself, we don't have anybody else participate unless the individual themselves are deeply involved and we extend an invitation to them to come. It's the only way I can think of here.
Do I understand it?
Yeah.
Can he say what he wants to say, and then we go into executive, well, we go into executive
That's the
session.
point, it's not posted here. No.
Okay.
The only thing we have posted is what our specific personnel,
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there anybody else here in attendance that are familiar with the procedure we could follow?
I'm not.
I can't think of anything.
You're not strict Robert Rules of Order, so I'm not sure. I think maybe, I'm not sure if you can make the decision yourselves
Yeah.
to allow it or not.
From what I gather is if there's anybody from the outside party with executive session, they're extended a letter and so you listen to what the contents is going to basically be to see whether or not it warrants executive session. If such is the case, then it's warned as such. As far as I know, that has never changed, to the best of my knowledge.
Yeah. You have more experience. Yeah.
No. Wish we could help you with more. Or maybe it might be a learning project for us at the speed time, but I can't think of anything.
Well, what would be his next step then, to come back to?
Well, I did a request to discuss whatever the case is. He said it's personnel, so. Is it personnel, any information related to the village employees or?
Yeah, the operations of it. I'll just wait for you guys to go into executive session.
Yep. Yeah, I can't think of any other way unless you want to, later on, if you want to bring me up to date on it or something, I can look into it further, but I can't really think of any other way to get into it. I know we have dealt with people other than our employees under an executive session in the past, but we do have the information for it as to what the subject of contents would be, and also at the same time, the individual is aware that we are going under our executive session, you know. And in many cases, they've been extended to come, to attend the event, to protect their own interests.
Well, we're going to go into executive session?
Yeah, we're gone. Yeah, we go into executive session, really a motion to executive session. And that's it. We'll just wait until everybody has cleaned up their paperwork and so forth, and we'll go into it.
Is there a motion?
Yeah, motion.
I'll make the motion, we go into executive session.
Yeah,
Do we want me to leave?
yeah. Well, yeah, unless you have a specific.
Nope.
Second?
I think we've covered everything we want to cover.
No, I just said a second. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm Joanne.
Okay.
Gary.